Good morning, friends. Welcome to your readings today. I'm glad to be back with you. I've been off of the grid for a couple of days. One of my dogs had a pretty extreme health situation come up, and I have to tell you, she recovered, and it's just, I would say, miraculous because she was really, really taken down. And I learned a lot during the time. And thank you for your patience because I don't like to miss my readings here, but there was no question that my energy was needed elsewhere. And so I come back today with the sense of relief and a belief in the power of the mind that is stronger than before all this happened, because I knew I needed to keep calm, and so I needed to use every trick in the book to make that happen. So thank you for your patience. Today is the final day of the week, and my gift today goes to Jenny. Jenny in Sweden is going to receive a personal reading at the end of today's readings, just as a thank you, because she sent her question to me, and you'll see it's down here, my email address. And Jenny is getting a gift today because she wrote me her question, and I'm using the question to answer for all of you. Hi, Vanessa, blowing you kisses. I'm using her theme, her question, to help all of us today because her question was fascinating. At first, she wanted a career reading, and she wanted to know what the universe had for her in her career. And then I wrote back to her and said, I just asked for a little bit more specific information. And then she said, actually, I really would love to know about my love life too. And so, isn't that the truth? Can we manifest for more than one thing at a time? How do we know how to do that? So, if you are here, you want to know in your own mind, should you spend your time creating a mindset for money, or is it to your better life, quality of life, to manifest more love in your life? Which is it, love or money? Which is it that will be most meaningful for you? Now, in the, Jenny's personal reading at the end, I will be talking directly to her needs. And if you wish, you can sure tag along, look over the shoulder and see this reading, because many of us have the exact same questions. And that's been the beauty of these collective readings. So today I selected our decks. I have not yet created the piles for you to choose from, so I'm going to do that right away. Love or money? When it comes to deciding which is more important, do you want to have more loving relationships? Do you want to have easier relationships? Do you want to feel like people get you? Or that's not as important as getting a new job, creating a career that fulfills you, finding sustainable work so you don't have to go from job to job. Which is it? Which is more important, and how do you choose? Okay, so let's draw our piles. And we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay, pile 1, we have serendipity. I love the serendipity card. Do you believe in luck? I do. Big time. Okay, pile number 2, we have regeneration. Take a look. Some of you may want to watch all 3 of these cards because you may feel resonance with all of them, and I invite you to do that. I'd be honored. And pile 3, we have truth be told. I think there's some people watching this, they say a lot. They say that saying a lot, truth be told. Okay, so those are your 3 piles. So when you make your selection, serendipity, what was this one? Regeneration, or truth be told. All right, and let me clear these away. And once again, I am just out of sorts because I didn't light our Palo Santo. So allow me Why do I do this? Why? Mainly because there's something about humans that like ritual. In fact, today's the day of the full moon. It's actually June 21st, 2024, whenever you happen to be listening. And because it's a full moon, it's an excellent time for releasing, letting go of something. The new moon is a good time for planting new intentions, and the full moon is a good time for releasing something. So why don't you throw an intention in there? You might want to drop a comment. What are you willing to let go of this full moon? You can put it into the notes. You can hit a thumbs up just to make sure that you're in on this release energy. Okay? All right, let me grab which deck. I have all these decks and I wasn't sure what I wanted to use today. And so I'm just going to pull this one for us to start. And what is it that our dear Pile One, welcome Pile One to your reading. What is it that the universe has for you when it comes to love and money? What is it that you need to know about making that choice? Well, the very first thing is somebody told me this many years ago. They said they wanted to have money for a while. They thought that was going to solve all their problems. But then they realized, hang on a second, if I don't have any money for a moment, it sure would be easier if I had a human along to help me, hug me, love me, and give me support. So sometimes it does seem that money's the most important thing. I'm seeing all this green. And you may be lucky, Pile One. You may have had a lot of very cool things happening. And you may be on a roll. And it seems difficult to imagine being able to support love and developing a love situation as well as the money. But the truth is, you could be the wealthiest person in the world. And if you don't have close relationships, it's not as deep. Okay, so I feel like for you, Pile One, there's this little bit of a doubt that you can truly manifest both at the same time. I feel like Pile One, you've had some success, so you're not a person who is needing a career change or needing a raise right now. I think that your level of job satisfaction may be suffering because you're just feeling a little bit lonely in the real world. Okay, so let's take a look, the out of work world. So let's draw 3 cards here. Well, these two wanted to come out together. And let's see what the cards have, what advice we have here for you, Pile One. And we have the Strength card. And again, that's where I'm seeing this independence, right? I'm just sensing that Pile One, you have had a lot of good luck. In a way, I'm sensing that it might even embarrass you a little bit, the luck you've had, and you kind of want to hide because it doesn't seem fair, because people you know are struggling, and it just doesn't seem fair for you that you're having all of this quote unquote serendipity, but you know that good luck follows hard work. I mean, there's no such thing as good luck without investment and commitment, in my opinion. You have to be committed to something. And so this card is showing that commitment to the workmanship, the craftsmanship. Again, this card, this Pile One, you have a lot of energy around accomplishment. When we come here to your final card, interestingly enough, let me put these together, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So that's kind of showing a little bit of a back step. So let me take a look at this. So Pile One. So we're seeing that independence, and we're seeing all of this green, the heart chakra, but also the sign of money. Green often is the sign of money. So again, I'm seeing a situation where the money's not a huge problem, and that you have been in your position long enough that you are satisfied. You know you're not fully accomplished. You're not at your maximum development in your career, but there's a level of satisfaction. But then we have the Seven of Pentacles pop up, and the Seven is, I think, the card for your love life, Pile One. I think that if I look at her looking over there, she sees confidence. She sees production, productivity. She sees relaxed posture. Look at those socks. Can you see them? How playful they are. Here she is, the worker bee, right? She's looking over like, well, what does she have that I don't have? So I believe when it comes to your love life, this is your card, because what it's showing is that your confidence at work is your strength right now, your career confidence. The part of you that wants to create a relationship feels ill-equipped and unprepared. Makes sense? And you've been reading books, you've been watching videos, you've been doing affirmations, and there's some wonderful law of attraction teachers out there with great material for attracting a partner. I'm sure you're into that. You've been working at it. However, you're not seeing the fruit, right? And what you're wanting is the same manifesting power that you have at work, you want to have in your love life. And that's completely possible. And I love, personally, I do work with people that are in this position using the cards and tapping, because the only person that doesn't see you fully qualified is yourself. All the people in your life that know you, they're thrilled to see everything that's happening, but they think you're more ready than you think. Now, I'm going to point out something to you again, just to reiterate, to say this again. Notice we have one blossom. See it? Look at all those buds. You're ready. You're ready for love. And so I would definitely take some steps. There's in the comments below, I have a link that's called the Soulmate Quiz. And it's a quiz designed to help you figure out your love attraction. What is your attraction point? What's your profile? And it's a very cool quiz, real easy to take, and I'm going to leave it in the comment below so you can try it out. But meanwhile, what can we do for some advice here before I let you go? Oh, one thing, okay, here you go. What I would like you to do, pile one, is I'd like you to take a piece of paper and write out just make a column of what's working right for you in your life. All right. Not only work, but anything else that's got that sense of accomplishment on it. And I want you to write this sentence down. If I can do this, I can figure out how to have a good partner. If I'm successful over here, there's no reason I can't be successful over there. And start to play ping pong with your table tennis with yourself, where you take your doubt and say, hey, if I did this, there's nothing stopping me from getting what I want. All right. So I think that when you do listen to your soulmate manifesting material, if it doesn't satisfy you, move on. Find someone else. If you're really stuck, I suggest tapping. You can go to Tapping with Brad, bradyates.com. He's got tapping for every topic imaginable. And if you would like to work with me personally, I'm here for you. If you'd like your own personal reading, just email me and tell me your situation. Today's readings are my thank you gift to Jenny for asking this question. How do you decide if you'd work on love or work on money? So pile one, we can see that your life is opening a door to work on love because you are not as needy in the money area as some. So this is your blessing. Let's take a look at it. Reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty, and you shall receive a myriad of miracles. Again, first look at all the green, just the color of love, the heart chakra. I believe that the universe, source, the angels are going to speak to you and they're going to love on you when you're outside. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if you don't meet somebody in an outdoor place, at an outdoor festival or a concert or somewhere where people are simply enjoying life, that you don't meet someone that just changes your life forever, pile one. It won't hurt you at all to take some time off of work and devote yourself to love this summer. Okay, nice reading. Pile one. Pile one has that permission card. Yay, let's go for money. Well, let's see what pile two has. All right. And pile two is our regeneration card. All right, pile two. First thing I want to do is just light the Palo Santo for you, because it is a full moon today and we are June 21, 24. And anytime there's a full moon, there's a message to us to release something, to surrender something, to let go of something that's been really, really bothering us. And when I pick the regeneration card, I'm reminded that regeneration comes after something destructive, doesn't it? If there's a forest fire, after the fire, everything comes back to life, and that's a blessing. Did you know that there's some flowers that the seeds rest in the earth in the forest, and the seeds are only germinated with heat? And so the forest fire has to burn and burn before those seeds crack and a flower comes out. And if that's not the story of the human heart, I don't know what is, right? You can be torn apart and broken by life and relationships and work. Everything can feel like it fell apart. But regeneration is part of nature. Somebody told me something last night that really moved me because I went through a health challenge with one of my dogs over this last week, and it was very demanding on me to keep my mind from going amok. And she said, the leaning tree is not always the first to fall. And I said, say that again. The leaning tree is not always the first to fall. And so this tree is leaning. And what that means to me is that a very weak person may not be as weak as you think. And sometimes when your life has been leaning because there's been so much pressure on you and you're always leaning into the storm, there's great strength there. And so I'm sensing, pile 2, that you are in a deep regeneration, that things have happened in your life that you do not understand. It didn't turn out like you thought. But that you're absolutely on this reading because you want to manifest more joy in their life. You want to be able to sense that it matters, that your past matters, but you don't want to be anchored in the past. You don't want to be hooked into the pain because for money and for love, you tend to attract you tend to attract out of your brokenness. Okay, so that if you had a broken heart, part of your needs for your next person will be to help you heal that. If you have a broken relationship with work, part of the job that you get next will be part of healing that. However, if you don't do the work, the energy work, I do tapping, yoga will help you. There's tons of resources to help you clear the hurt feelings. Otherwise, we tend to repeat the pattern over and over again. Dr. Joe Dispenza has a book called, it's something about your habits. What is it? Like getting over your habits or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm blocking on the name of that book. I'm very, very enthused by what he says because we have habits of thought that keep us stuck. So if you want to regenerate, you want to create an exciting, juicy career, you want to recreate love in a way that works, this is your reading, pile 2. All right, all that intro. Now let me grab my cards. Take a breath. It does sense to me, pile 2, that this is a call to prioritize your money and career first. Okay, pile 2, I just have this overwhelming sense that there's something coming for you in the work area. I'm going to lift this card because I can't help but be drawn to look at how it's a leaning tree, but it's got flowers in it. And so it doesn't fit. And then there's a volcano with lava going down. So it's what's striking me about creativity, taking something that was meant for harm and creating something out of it. You might have an idea. You might get involved in a career that celebrates your difficulty, that leverages what you've been through that's been painful. I'm thinking about like hospice work. You know, if you've gone through something and a hospice helped you, for example, you might step in, be able to do sales for that hospice because you know that it works. So something about your career, pile 2, involves passion and getting your teeth into something that really matters for you, okay? So let's pull our 3 cards and see what the cards have to say. If you are enjoying this reading, thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up. It just completes our energy circle. Also, if you'd like a reading, please email me and ask me a question. I promise I will get it into a reading. and subscribing, of course, so you'll be notified every time I go live. All right, so let's take a look at the first card, and we have the Eight of Wands. Wow, this is a wonderful card, you guys, because this is speed. This is energy flowing towards you. This is speed. So I think if you do willingly put love separate for right now, you're just like, you know what? I want to be loved, no question. But right now, paying the rent and feeding my children is much more important. And this card, look at how we have this almost playful energy. We've got the blue in there, the flowers. And then here we have these beautiful pink wands that are just, they're not threatening, right? The work and the involvement that's coming your way will be fulfilling for you, pile two. There's something coming with this regeneration you're going through. You're going to have a stroke of good fortune. You're going to know that your opportunity is the right one for you. It's going to be very clear. Oh, yes. Don't you love the random draw, you guys? I mean, this is card. Look at the sparkle around the hand. The Ace of Wands is regeneration in action. It takes it the promise. Like right now, I have goosebumps running on my arms, because whenever you see the Ace of Wands, you know there's a new beginning. And it just, to me, the art mimics each other. Look at how we have that one sprig with the leaf. We have the sprig. So pile two, no accident you're watching me today, okay? The choice you make, and this is perfect for the full moon. Where's my full moon? Where's my moon? I have a moonstone somewhere around here. This choice that you're making to let love wait is so brave. It's so courageous, because you want it badly. You do. But if you try to manifest two deep needs at the same time, both of them are cut short. It won't hurt you to put 2 to 3 months into career focus and just put off your love needs for 2 to 3 months. That's not going to kill anybody. Come on. You got to be able to cooperate with us, right? Because let me tell you that there's nothing more appealing to a potential partner than to have someone who feels secure in themselves. Let me say that again. There's nothing more attractive to a new partner but a person who is secure in who they are. This would mean that your work-life balance and your income matches who you are. There's nothing hotter than that. Nobody wants to be somebody else's bank account, right? Nobody wants to be somebody else's everything. A good partner is not the kind of person you depend on for all your needs. Of course not. You want to create in yourself the radiance of, I'm ready for love, get out of my way. And once you make a break in your career and simply get more confident, your security level is going to jump up and match your desire. All right, let's look at our last card. And we have the Strength card. Now, Strength came out in pile one. So if you're so inclined, if you were drawn to pile one at all, I would listen, because it really had a wonderful message for someone in a different situation. But the Strength card, to me, again, is the reflection of independence, of creating your security on your own. Now, are you truly on your own? Absolutely not. You have the angels and guides around you. As you guys know, this is my symbol for reminding myself that I have an inner being. I have an inner being who loves me. Thank you, Joe Dispenza. I have an inner being that loves me and wants me to be successful. This is a sign of my personality, the less developed part of myself, the ill-equipped, uninformed personality that I have, where I filter out information and I don't know everything. My inner being is here to guide me. However, the more pain that you've had in your life, the less you're sure of your inner being. And so right now, this is what we're doing, is we're learning how to depend on our inner being for confidence. So therefore, you become a wonderful partner. Does that make sense to you? Can you get it? Pop that thumbs up if you hear me. Because if we take the responsibility for our happiness and put it on our own shoulders, put it on this soulmate couple, you become so attractive. People can't stop wanting to be with you when you're so secure in your own skin, in your own life. Okay, how do you get there? Tapping is one of the things that I love. And Brad Yates, Tap with Brad, I think is his website or his YouTube channel. He's got lots of YouTubes on tapping. They're 10 to 15 minutes long. I do tapping with my private clients. Happy to, I love it. It's my favorite thing to do on the planet. I'm here to help you. If you need help, can you see my info right here? No excuse. Write me an email. Talk to me. Tell me what you're wanting. Okay, so Pile 2, this is such an exciting reading because I feel like the angels are so behind your work. What do I want to say? It's like your work mission, like you're on a mission to find the work, to get deeper into the work you were born to do. Again, if you'd like a private reading on this, you may be thinking this isn't enough and you need more cards. I'm here for you. Write me a letter. Okay, so here's our Avalon Magic cards. Let's see what your blessing is, Pile 2. Okay. Oh, it's the Ace of Wands. That's what reminds me of instantly. Look, 2 hands holding the wand. Cut away dense energy that holds you back from your goals. Trust in the process of divine timing. This is full moon energy, right? You do have some heartbreak over your past career. So I do have a remedy for you. I have something called it the magic money machine. What it is it's just a technique, a journaling technique for just addressing the heartbreak from whether you got fired or you had to move or whatever it was where your work was not respected. We all have a legacy of that. So in the comments below, I'm going to put the money machine. You'll see a link and do tap on it and go there. Just follow the directions. It really helps to kind of just get rid of what is bothering you about your past work situation to get ready for this because there's something new coming quickly for you and you want to be prepared. Okay, so thank you very much, Pile 2. I appreciate you guys being here. I can see how many, there's so many here, and just a couple thumbs up. So reach your index finger over there and just click on, no, use your cursor, click on that thumbs up, give a girl some love. Okay, let's go to our last card, Truth Be Told. Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, Pile 3. I'm going to light up my Palo Santo because we are celebrating a full moon today. And it was beautiful last night in the sky. It's the strawberry moon. It's June 2024, whenever you happen to be listening to this. And I had read somewhere that the ancient people loved the fires that they would have because they would believe that smoke is the sign of the prayers being lifted to the spirits. And right now, with this full moon energy, I'm bringing our beautiful Pile 3 to the party and to just allow them to be aware of a couple of things that they're willing to let go of and willing to release during this full moon. And let me get my other, and let's look what we have. Truth be told. Ooh, I see that mask. And that little creature who I think is, yes, a little owl. And the open window. So Pile 3. Our question today is it possible to manifest both love or money? Do you get faster results if you choose one? What's going on? And this is Jenny's question. Jenny lives in Sweden, and she wrote me, as you can do, and she's going to get a personal reading right after today's pick a card. Because truth be told, it's hard to know what is right? Truth be told, there's always a possibility that you're going to make a mistake. Truth be told, mistakes are not bad or fatal. Truth be told, criticizing your own self will paralyze you when it comes to love or money. Okay? So the way you're talking about your life right now has got you kind of trapped. The vocabulary, the language that you're using, Pile 3. So I feel confused. So I can only imagine how you feel. Because I sense that you always feel you have to put a mask on, that you really can't be yourself. And the effort to portray this person that you think you need to be in life is exhausting. And it just, there's so much energy that's flying right out the window, because you might look in the mirror and see a little awkward person, but that's not how your inner being looks at you. Remember, this is our sign, you guys and me, for this whole year now. We're going to be using this sign so that we can understand we have an inner being that loves us. So, pile 3, your inner being, my inner being loves you too, but it's not as important. Your inner being loves you and wants you to be the version of yourself that feels satisfied. That's a promise. Your inner being wants to see you satisfied. This is you, always needing a hug. But your personality is the part of you that gets you in trouble, right? The personality has expectations. The personality can get bitter. The personality can be bossy. But your inner being loves you no matter what. So when you're looking for love or for a great job, you don't want to think that the love or the job will satisfy you deeply. Only your relationship with your inner being can do that, okay? So it looks to me like you've been trying to believe something that you don't believe. You know, you've been trying to make yourself change into something because somehow you feel you can say the right thing to make the change. It feels odd that I'm saying that, but I think you might know what I'm talking about, pile 3. All right, let's get some answers here. What's this about? What's this truth? What is our lesson for pile 3? Okay, we'll draw 1, 2, and 3. Thank you for being with me today. As I told pile 1 or the intro, I missed a couple of days because I had a dog that went through a pretty significant health challenge this week, and I'm glad to report that she's making a good recovery, but it took me out of my loop, and I'm so appreciating being back. I love doing these live readings. Jenny in Sweden was the one that suggested the idea. There's going to be a reading for her at the end as a thank you, and I would love to do the same for you. Oops, sorry. Just shoot me an email to ask me your question. Let's see, and we have, yes, wow, 9 of Swords. What's keeping you up at night? I feel this is a reflection of this energy, that pile 3, you've just been through a hard time, haven't you, darlings? And it's bittersweet. There's these flowers. There's something you've been going through that's confusing because it's bittersweet. Let's get more information. And we have 8 of Pentacles, pile 2. Okay, so pile 2 had this card in the same position. Very interesting. So if you're drawn to pile 2 at all, I highly recommend, because that is also in that reading. So what it's showing me right away here is that you have much more mastery than you think you do, pile 3. Okay, pile 3, you've been through a lot, and it's created in you this, it's like a false plan that somehow, probably when you were a little kid, you felt safer if you were acting like something else, or acting like you knew, okay, I know what I'm doing, but yet you didn't. And so it's part of you, a very small part of you, that's just clinging and trying to hold everything together. And it is causing you sleepless nights, worry and anxiety. There is a wonderful woman online I found. Her name is Emma, and her YouTube channel is Therapy in a Nutshell. She gives 15-minute teachings that will change your life, pile 3, because she helps you understand why you're connected still to this past experiences, and she can explain how your brain works and how to eliminate some of the thinking that you have. Tapping is very helpful. That's what I do with my clients. I tap almost every day myself. I've been tapping for over 20 years, and I can tell you it works, because part of you is very prepared. Pile 3, you're not recognizing it. You've had disappointments and failures, and you don't have a sense of your own accomplishments. So I'm going to give you homework that one of my coaches gave to me. that really helped me. Pile 3. I want you to take out a piece of paper and I want you to write down 25 things that you accomplished, 25 things that you're proud of. Okay, got it? And the first 2 or 3 are pretty easy. But then you keep going. It might take you a week, but I want you to take the time and recognize, see all of these? All of those hearts are escaped energy. Okay, let me pull it closer so you can see it well. See all that escaped energy, manifesting power right out the window. Why? Because you're not giving yourself credit. You have manifested some amazing recoveries. You get knocked down and you get back up again. There's a song, go look it up. It's a good one. But that's what's the missing piece. Yes, there's been a lot of crimes against humanity in your life. Yes, there's been stabbings in the back and all sorts of crap. However, you have also accomplished a lot. This is your work. Make a promise. If you're pile 3, put it in the comments. Drop a thumbs up. I'm committed to finding my accomplishments, okay? And write them down, 25 of them. Promise? Okay, I heard that promise. Go for it. And your last one, the 9 of Wands. Oh gosh, this is just beautiful. I love the cards so much. And I have to thank this. Let me just get this deck so you guys see what I'm using. Because I love this deck. It's a new one for me. Oops, sorry. Oh, it's the Strength card on the... Oh, I love this deck. But anyway, the 9s are such balance for you, my dear, dear pile 3. I just feel so happy for you because the 9 is the stacking up of the memories and the thoughts that are all about what's been done to you and how unfair. And you keep having to wear a mask because the more, you resist being yourself because it seems like it's not working out ever. That's the old you. Once you recognize just exactly how many things you've accomplished, which is many, this is what happens instead. There's still issues, but she's got it down, right? She's looking at them as if they don't matter. And that's the key to removing that mask. You can't do it by yourself. You definitely need some techniques. So I'm going to add some for you. There's one called, what is it? There's a soulmate technique and there's also a money technique. And I'm going to add both of the links to the comments below so that you can go back and forth. So if it's a career issue, you can use the money machine. If it's a heartache or a soulmate issue, you can use the love machine. You'll see what I mean when you check it out. But the point is though, which of these looks more empowered? Right? It's a sign of development. It's a sign of mastery at some level. It's not complete because of the suit goes all the way up to the king. So it's an incomplete confidence, but it's confidence. Yes, I have issues. Yes, my body has this issue. Yes, I've lost my husband. Yes, I struggle. Sorry for that little bit of an interruption, everyone. Where was I? But the feeling of mastery here, yes, she's not done, but she knows that her issues are not going to defeat her. And anybody who has been in a situation where you have lived through a really deep challenge, you know that that's true. You know that you can lean on your challenges. You can get confidence saying, hey, I was challenged. It doesn't matter. All right. So let me go forward here and pull out your blessing. And I always love to use my Avalon magic deck for the blessing. And let's see here. Oops. Okay. Be sure to look into the comments below. I will put timestamps here and also all of the resources and tools that I mentioned. And if you'd like to have a personal reading, please email me your question and I will do it. And you'll see I'm going to do Jenny's reading immediately following this one. So, what is your blessing? Pile 3. Oh gosh, I love this card. Isn't that pretty? Look at the light coming from her heart. It's beautiful. Let's see what the blessing is. Allow the true love of your soul to radiate, and you shall see the natural beauty around you expand. Yes, you have so much potential, pile 3. It's in a lot of ways, it's like you have to get off of your own case. Self-criticism has to drop away, and it will. All right. So what I want you to do is to do this list of 25 accomplishments that you can for sure is evidence in your heart that you have achieved 25 things. This will help you balance this out so you'll see this part of you. Right now, today, all you're seeing is this other side, the disappointed side. You need to create that case for yourself, prove it to yourself. 25 things that you've accomplished in your life so far. That's who she is. And mind you, gender doesn't matter. It's the energy of it, okay? Your inner being loves you. Your inner being does not want, this is your personality, this is your inner being. Your inner being does not want you suffering. And your inner being understands that you've been a little bit too disappointed lately and you forgot how darn good you are at things. Okay, pile 3. So I'm your cheerleader. I want you to get out there, get going, and believe. Listen to this reading again because you'll get more out of it the second time. Promise. Okay, so we've reached my favorite part of the readings. This is for a thank you, a huge thank you to Jenny in Sweden. Jenny, you're the one that's responsible for this reading. Now, if y'all appreciate Jenny for asking the love and money question, hit the thumbs up. Show Jenny that you care. I see there's several of you here. Reach over that little finger and hit that thumbs up, okay? I will feel the love, and Jenny will too. So Jenny's situation, when she asked me, she said, well, I really need work advice. I really need a reading just to help me. What does the source want me to know about my work? And I responded to her and said, that would be a perfect question for our people, our listeners. And she wrote back and said, well, on second thought, she said, I think I'd prefer to have a love reading. And so I said, well, that's an interesting thought. Maybe we could combine them for you. So, Jenny, with that in mind, I do hope that you enjoyed the other readings and that you felt your heart in them. And I do know that pile 2, that whole idea of allowing yourself to invest your whole heart and soul into your work, into your career, into your passion. If you invest your whole heart and soul in there first, and really establish security for yourself. That doesn't mean you're going to be a gazillionaire, but if you're doing work that feeds your soul, you will radiate something magical. A person who has soul satisfaction either in their work or this card just popped out here. If you have soul satisfaction in your work, even if you're not paid as well as some, the soul satisfaction is what's really sexy. It just is. When you love what you do, it shows. So for you, Jenny, after doing the 3 readings, and I know that you no doubt watched them, I want you to consider that investing your passions in what you do, and if you've been trained in a certain profession, we can look in that direction, but I'm sensing that you achieving a sense of soul satisfying and financially, what's a good word? I want to say, it's just that, okay, that your finances replenish themselves. I love the word replenish, so that you be doing work where the money in your life replenishes itself, whether it's a small amount that's monthly or a large amount, it's the replenishing. That's what keeps you going, okay? So let me grab the cards. Let me pick all the cards first, and then we'll read for you, Jenny. Because I hear your heart, Jenny, and I know you want that soulmate. I hear you. But the fact is that you're going to attract a different sort of partner if you have a less confident vibration. If you have a less confident stance in this life, you're going to attract people to that. That's why I always love to say you have to be the kind of soulmate that you want to attract. I will give a commercial for myself at the moment because I have a blog called Breakup Candy. And Breakup Candy is all about leveraging the pain of loss for yourself. So yes, we had a breakup, or yes, my partner's not here anymore. But the point is, I'm determined to go on. Breakup Candy. There's something sweet here. Let me find it so I can move on. You'll find over there lots of articles around starting again. So that, again, is good, just a good resource. And let's go forward here. I did a lot more writing before I was a tarot reader, and now I just get to talk the stories out, and it's very much more fun for me. Okay, so let's do a card for you, my dear Jenny. And I just love doing this personal reading for you, Jenny. Thank you for the theme for today. We appreciate you. Okay, let's see what we have. Not for you. Perfect. Perfect. Because that was my sense. Love is not for you right now. And I love that that card came out so clearly for you, Jenny. I draw random cards. And a lot of times when I talk before I even look at the card, that freaks me out a little because that's so clear, isn't it? Because right now, there is a game of love. No question. The game of love is a lot of fun. We love it. We love the flirting. We love the chanciness of it. We love a lot about the search for love. And the fortune cookie. We're depending a lot. We think it's lucky or not. Open the fortune cookie and then let's see what's next. So there's a lot of playfulness. It's not grounded. Look at how the hand is just holding it up in the clouds. So this right now, Jenny, your confidence to make a sustainable relationship is not where you want it to be. All right. There's no question that investing yourself in finding that soul satisfying work is going to pay off hugely. Look at how gorgeous that light is. Notice the face. I just saw that. Look at the face in the mirror. It's not even in focus. But once you have that, the soul satisfied. Now, I will tell you something. It doesn't have to be your work, Jenny. Years ago, I volunteered at the area pet shelter and played with the kittens to socialize them to be in people's families. And it was so fun. I had to promise not to adopt every cat, but it filled my heart. It filled my heart knowing that someone was going to adopt this cat who would be more friendly because of what I was doing. So that was soul satisfying. So don't feel like if you have a boring job at a lab somewhere, they need you, but that you can find your soul satisfaction somewhere else. But you still have to focus on your security, your financial security before love. And we have the Knight of Cups. You don't want to listen to this advice, Jenny. You're saying, if I could be there listening to you, you'd be saying, Catherine, could you try to pull these cards in a different direction? And I understand, because it does seem like it would solve everything if there was just someone else that could help pay the bills. I mean, life would be so much easier. But I can promise you that in Jenny's situation with a man, men do not want to be your wallet. Men want to be your benefactor. They would like to gift you with things. But if you feel like you need their money to get to survival level, it's just not that attractive. What's attractive to a high, successful, good, understanding partner is someone who knows how to take care of themselves. All right. So the part of you is arguing and saying, no, no, no. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say, Jenny. And the Two of Pentacles. I love it. I love it. And I'm just going to pull your third card. Oh, yay. Okay. All right. Miss Jenny. So, yes, I acknowledge that a part of your heart wants love. I also acknowledge that many of my clients will say to me, I want to manifest love and money at the same time I'm going to do it. And I'll say, okay, great, let's work together. And then I'll say to them, you know how the Olympics are coming up this summer pretty quick? And they go, yeah. I'm like, you could compete in two sports at the same time. I mean, you could do synchronized swimming and you could do the triathlon or pentathlon, 5 events. You could do the swimming and the pentathlon. You could enter both as long as you were qualified. But I would say, when would you eat? When would you sleep? Because to compete at that level, you have to train, right? So I would say to you, Jenny, yes, you can try to manifest for soul satisfying work and love at the same time, but you have to train. And your mind right now is not up for the task. Your mind is down here trying to make tiny choices for yourself. It's like you're trying to balance here your life right now as it is. And you're lighthearted and look at you, you may have long blonde hair from Sweden, but it's the idea that this is the place you're in. You are in a place of power. It's a choice. Today is the full moon. This is a wonderful time to let go of anything. So, dear Jenny, what I recommend for you is you write a letter to the universe or to God or whoever is your divine. Write a letter and be willing to let go of your dreams for love right now. This is a very specific reading. Maybe some of you can relate to Jenny, and thank you for sending her support, because for her to put this aside right now is a challenge. But it's not for you now. You want to advance into your work. The world will change. Look at this energy compared to her, right? This is a readiness that this is not right now. This is open-hearted readiness for the next stage. This is a graduation of the not for you. Okay, so your choices of what you do right now are pivotal. If you make the choice to let go of your love desires for now, it will highly impact your choices going further. I know it feels like a hard decision, but it just depends what you really, really want, Jenny. Okay, so after this reading, please email me. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and then I can comment for you a little bit more privately. But I feel like it's very positive. Do you guys feel like it's a positive reading? What do you think? What do you think? Do you read the cards just like me when it says not for you? And can you feel Jenny's energy, like she wants to have it be for her? And also, this card is positive in some love readings, but not for you, Jenny, not right now. Because the very first question that your intuition guided you to ask me was about your work. So with your work, you want to make a list of all the different jobs you've had. Make a list, write them down. Go on a scale of 1 to 10, rate each of them with how much satisfaction was there. 1 is 0 satisfaction, I hated every minute, and 10 is I really liked it there. I liked how I felt there. There will be a clue for you about your work in that audit to take a look, because for you right now, you don't want any bullshit. You want to do good work for fair pay, and you deserve that. There's also a wonderful YouTuber called Jessica Hislop, Hislop. I'm not sure how to say it, but her work is phenomenal. I use it myself, and I think it would really, really give you some wisdom. Okay, Jenny? All right, so and anybody else is listening for sure. Okay, let's grab our blessing card. And thank you for looking over my shoulder while I did this private reading, personal reading for Jenny. If you would like a personal reading, it's an email away. Okay. Oh, I love that. She looks a little bit sad, doesn't she? But she's very intent on whatever's cooking in this pot. And I feel like that is the call, that you would become very intent on what it is you're cooking up next. Okay, and let's see what the blessing is. Reawaken your intuition. Allow your emotions to ebb and flow like the cycle of nature's seasons. So I do feel that you are indeed waking up to your intuition, especially if you allow this, if you let this go right now. Because, girl, your intuition's been calling you for a long time to quit looking for love until you felt better. And, you can't deny. So with here, what it's saying to me again is that I feel like the search for your work is going to be rooted into your past work experiences. What was pleasant? What did you like there? And then just email me, okay? And I have a couple more suggestions for you. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being patient. I had that little break a while ago where it kind of zoned out for a minute. So thank you for hanging in there with me. Go forth and prosper. Have a really good full moon. If you want to have a ceremony, it's so easy. Right? What is it that you're willing to let go of this month? What is it do you want to let go of this month? Where are you straining? Where are you struggling? The universe wants to relieve you. I'm just going to draw one more card here for the people that are left for the full moon. What is it that the people are that you can let go of? And this card just threw itself out. So let's see what the clue is. What you want to do is write it out on a piece of paper, and then you can have a burning ceremony where you burn the paper and let the smoke rise, or you could shred it in a shredder, but you want to use some kind of symbolic destruction to release the thing that is holding you back. Okay, so with Jenny, of course, it's going to be, she's going to put into the mix the idea of shelving, of waiting on the love thing and putting all of her focus into career. Okay, so this is our clue. Message in a bottle. Okay, so there is something old. All right, what I would see here is that you do message in a bottle. There's something in your heart, my dear extra people who are here at this point. So there's something under the surface. Think to yourself, what was the very first time that somebody broke your heart? Think of the very first time, that first crush. Let your mind drift back. Do a release of that person. It's like a message in a bottle because you haven't thought of the person in years. Who was it you had your first crush on? And then write a letter to that person and say what you would want to say. Or say what you never got to say, and use that as a symbol of releasing part of your past to make room for more future. Okay? So you all have a fabulous day. I loved spending my time with you, and I look forward to next week on Monday when we'll be back for Pick a Card. If you'd like a reading, just shoot me an email. I'm here for you, and I appreciate your love and support. Y'all make a big difference in my life. So go forth and prosper. Have a beautiful weekend, practicing my heart. Have a beautiful weekend, and know that you are loved when you come to Fish Out of Water Tarot. Bye.